Hello viewers, my name is Ashok Sen Gupta, Assistant Professor in School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. Today in this lecture series, we will discuss on one other ratio which is liquidity ratio. It is a part of unit 4 of your MBA program, Financial Accounting and Analysis. So, liquidity ratio, management of liquidity is important for any organization. Here liquidity words means cash or assets which are easily converted into cash to meet out day to day expenses, either cash in your hand or you keep the cash in your bank account and pay day to day expenses or monthly expenses. With the help of liquidity ratio, we able to find out the shortage or short term solvency ratio. If we do not have proper liquidity in our hand, then it is quite difficult to maintain the cash balance, or you are not able to even pay the small expenses for the companies. Now, take example, if you want to pay a salary, or daily wages to your labor, and if you have shortage of cash, after some days it create problem for your goodwill, and if the labor or daily wage workers not interested to work, they deny to work without payment, your productivity will hamper. So, cash management or maintenance of cash or liquidity in any businesses, either it is a small business firm or it is small sole proprietor firm or big entity, each and every organization need cash liquidity management. It reflects the efficiency to pay the short term liabilities. कल अगर आपके एक छोटा सा ऑफिस है आपका, या फिर आप छोटी सी दुकान चलाते हैं और आपको एक अपने वर्कर को, जिसको आपको 2 या 2,500 रुपये 3,000 रुपये महीना देते हैं आप सिर्फ, और यू आर नॉट एबल टू पे सच अमाउंट टू हिम, देन यू विल लेफ्ट द जॉब, यू फाइंड समवेयर एल्स. दिस क्रिएट प्रॉब्लम फॉर यू बिकॉज ही नो द थिंग्स. कहाँ पे क्या चीज़ रखी हुई है वो निकाल के देता है, आप अकेले पड़ जाओगे अपने ऑफिस में, दुकान में. एक छोटे से एक कॉन्फेक्शनरी दुकान पे अगर बात करते हैं हम, बिग ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में जहाँ पे फैक्ट्री पे डेली वेज पे लेबर काम करते हैं, उनको डेली पैसा दिया जाता है, डेली उनको वेजेस दिए जाते हैं, और उनको डिनाई कर दिया जाए कि आज आपके पास वेजेस नहीं दिए जाएंगे, तो वेजेस तो उनको देना पड़ेगा, अदरवाइज अगले दिन कोई वर्कर नहीं आएगा और योर प्रोडक्शन विल हैम्पर. So, how we can calculate? There are 3 basic ratios in the liquidity ratio, and first is current ratio. This current ratio is the relationship between, it shows the relationship between current assets and current liabilities. Optimum current ratio is 2:1, जो माना जाता है कि 2:1 अगर रेशियो है, यानी 2 आपका एसेट है और 1 आपका लाइबिलिटी है, देन इट इज़ अ वेरी गुड सिचुएशन फॉर एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. इन प्रैक्टिकली इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल. अगर हम बैलेंस शीट्स देखें कंपनीज़ की, एक्चुअल बैलेंस शीट देखें, तो बहुत कम कंपनियां हैं जो 2:1 को मेंटेन कर पाती हैं. अगर मेंटेन कर जाती हैं तो इट्स वेरी गुड सिचुएशन. एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, इट्स अ मेजर टूल टू फाइंड आउट द लिक्विडिटी पोजीशन. ज़्यादातर सबसे पहले हम करंट रेशियो ही देखते हैं अगर लिक्विडिटी पोजीशन देखना है तो. द क्वेश्चन राइजेस, इफ द लिक्विडिटी पोजीशन इंक्रीज लाइक अगेंस्ट 2:1, इट मस्ट इफ इंक्रीज बाई 2.25:1 or 3:1, then what happened? It's good or bad? So, as per me, if you increase the more liquidity in your company, cash in a company, then you forget to utilize the balance fund or balance cash for different uses. You forget to invest for the long term benefits, you forget to pay the dividend, you have to because you are going to for the maintaining the liquidity position, therefore, you are collecting the lots of liquidity with you. But due to the inflation, if you not utilize the liquidity in a year, then as per the time value of money, the value of the currency, the value of money decreases. So, it is also important not to increase the liquidity position too much. 2:1 is standard optimum position. 2 below is very bad situation for the company, and too high also create issues for the company, because company collecting the cash, maintaining the liquidity, but not transform it for fixed asset or fixed capital, or use it in other investment forms. So, both things are quite difficult to manage. Now, how we can calculate? First of all, we must know what are the current assets and what are the current liabilities. So, current assets and current liabilities are here. This is current assets like cash in hand, cash at bank, sundry debtors, bill receivables, marketable securities, short term, repeated short term. Other short term investment, inventory, all three types: raw material, work in progress and finished goods. Sometimes we also add here prepaid expenses as a current assets. In current liabilities, account payable, bills payable, outstanding accrued expenses, income tax payable, short term advances, unpaid dividend, bank overdraft. Okay. So, these are the short term liabilities. On behalf of this, we can able to calculate the ratio between current asset and current liabilities, because if current asset is more than current liability, only then we able to meet the obligations, we able to pay the liabilities. Okay. This is the question. This is a question. This is a balance sheet, and as per this balance sheet, here you can see the asset side and the liability sides. So, first of all, we need to find out the current assets. So, what are the current assets here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because all these three are not current assets, they are the fixed asset: machinery, patents, land and building are the fixed. Patent is intangible assets, machine and lands are the tangible assets, others are the current assets. So, write down the current assets all: 1,20,000, 1,40,000, 40,000 and 60,000. Okay. Now, from here we will find out the current liabilities. Current liabilities are sundry creditors, bills payable, dividend payable, accrued expenses, short term advances. Capital, share capital and debentures are the part of capital, all long term liabilities. So, we will left all these two. Now, 40, 30, 36, 14 and 50. Okay, 5 items here and 5 items. I think I left one 60,000 and 20,000. Sorry, I left one. Now 5 items here. Okay, 5 items and 5 items. So, we now calculate the things. 0 0 0 0 4 plus 2 6 plus 4 8 10 10 plus 8 3 lakh 80,000 3 lakh 80,000 again calculate 1 lakh 20,000 2 plus 6 10 8 okay. Now calculate this one 0 0 0 6 plus 4 10 1 5 8 11 12 and 5 17. So, our current asset is 3 lakh 80,000 and current liability is 1 lakh 70,000. CA divided by CL 3 lakh 80 1 lakh 70. 38 divided by 17 approximately 2.2 approximately 2.2. So, we can interpret it with this ratio that the position of the company is very good, it is quite healthy, it is more than double 1 lakh 70, 3 lakh 80 is double than 1 lakh 70. So, liquidity position of the company or current ratio is of the company is near to the standard and company is going very good to maintaining its current ratio. Now, next is quick ratio. Next is quick ratio against current ratio. Next is quick ratio. It is a part of the current liquidity ratio like current ratio, quick ratio. So, quick ratio also termed acid test ratio or liquidity ratio. It is supplementary to the current ratio. Sometime we need to find out what are the figures which are more close to the cash. Therefore, we try to find out or we left some elements from the current ratio to find out the liquidity position. We find out to more liquid position of the company. In current ratio, we calculate the current position which includes the some elements like stocks which are part of the current assets, but it takes time to convert into cash. If we need more liquid, then we use the term liquidity ratio or it is also known as the acid test ratio. Its acid test ratio is more severe and significant test of a firm ability to pay its short term obligation as and when they become quick establish the relationship between the quick assets and current liability. So, quick asset and current liability, we left the items which are still not transformed into cash very quickly, then what will be the position of the company? The optimum ratio is 1:1 as current ratio is 2:1, it is 1:1. The formula of the current ratio is, if we not include stock and prepaid expenses in current assets and divide the remaining current assets by current liabilities, we able to find out the liquidity ratio, because inventory and prepaid expenses not able to convert into cash, because we already paid like advance LIC premium already paid, and it take time to get the benefit, and we not able to convert it into cash. Inventories take time to convert into cash, especially finished inventories. It take time. ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत ज़रूरी है और एकदम से आपने उसको कन्वर्ट कर दिया कैश में, नहीं हो सकता. तो अगर हमें बहुत जल्द एकदम से कैश की ज़रूरत पड़े तो क्या करेंगे, और उस टाइम लिक्विडिटी पोजीशन हमारे कंपनी की क्या है. सो वी नीड दी लिक्विडिटी रेशियो. उसमें हम करंट एसेट्स में से ये 2 आइटम निकाल देंगे और फिर चेक करेंगे कि हमारे पोजीशन कंपनी की क्या है. यूज दिस फॉर्मूला. ओके, हियर इज गिवन दैट 4 lakhs is already given as current assets. We have 2 things which we want to left here, that is inventory and prepaid expenses. So less 25,000 inventory का माइनस कर दिया and 25,000 हमने prepaid का माइनस कर दिया. ये हमारा current asset का हो गया. हम यहाँ निकाल लेंगे, liquidity ratio निकाल रहे हैं हम लोग. Now divided by current liability is 2 lakh. So it is now 3,50,000 divided by 2 lakhs. $3,50,000 divided by 2 lakhs. 3 zeros ये 0 कट गए, ये 0 से ये 0 कटा. 35 divided by 20, it is equals to 1.7 मान लेते हैं. It is 1.7. The position of the firm is 1.7. It's good. करना था 1.1 but 1.7 है, थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा है, but it's good. Liquidity position is good of the company. But if we not deduct, मान लेते हैं इसको हम प्लस कर देते हैं और हम करंट रेशो निकालते हैं, तो करंट रेशो इसका होता 4,50,000 डिवाइडेड बाई करंट रेशो 2 लाख. 2 लाख तो 2 लाख ही रहते. तो 45 डिवाइडेड बाई 20, 2.25. Current ratio will be 2.25. So current ratio also good, but it not shows the exact figure, because we already add inventories and prepaid expenses. So to need more liquid position, we have to do the quick ratio by deducting the current assets and current liabilities. Sorry, we deducting from current assets, inventories and prepaid expenses. The amount left, we will divide it the amount by current liabilities to find out the exact figure. The third ratio is absolute liquidity ratio. Absolute liquidity ratio, also called cash position ratio or overdue liability ratio. This ratio establishes relationship between absolute liquid cash or asset by current liability. Absolute liquidity asset include cash in hand, cash at bank, marketable security or temporary investment, and an optimum position is 1:2. It is 1:2. Don't confuse by 2:1 and 1:2. यहाँ पर ये बोला जा रहा है कि अगर आप लिक्विडिटी पोजीशन को बिल्कुल ही कैश के बराबर रखना चाहते हैं, आप लिक्विड रेशियो को भी नहीं मान रहे हैं, आप सोच रहे हैं उसमें से भी हम कुछ और ऐसी चीज़ देखें जो बहुत कैश के बराबर ही है, कैश के बराबर ही, क्योंकि हम ये कह मान सकते हैं कि इन पास्ट रेशियोज़ जो करंट एसेट्स दे रखा है, इसमें से हम लोगों ने इन्वेंट्री हटा दी, एक्सपेंस हटा दिया, बट एक चीज़ इसमें होती है, वो होता है सैलरी डेटर्स। अगर सैलरी डेटर्स बहुत ज़्यादा है तब भी रेशियो इंक्रीज़ करेगा। ज़रूरी नहीं है कि कैश आपका ज़्यादा हो, आप उधार में आपने बहुत माल बेचा हो और आपके डेटर्स बढ़ते जा रहे हैं, तब भी आपका रेशियो बढ़ेगा और आपको लगेगा कि हमारे रेशियोज़ की जो पोजीशन है, हमारी कंपनी बहुत अच्छी है क्योंकि हमारा रेशियो बहुत अच्छा है। बट इट इज़ मे नॉट बी ट्रू। हो सकता है आपके पास कैश की कमी बहुत ज़्यादा हो रही हो क्योंकि आपने ज़्यादातर प्रोडक्ट्स जो हैं क्रेडिट में बेच दिया और डेटर्स आपके बढ़ गए। जब डेटर्स बढ़ गए हैं तो डेटर्स से आप एकदम से नहीं ले सकते। इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल इफ यू कैन कलेक्ट instantly from the debtors. They take times. Sometimes it also create bad debt position. What happened to that? If end of the year we want to calculate the cash position and find out that we have suffering from cash. We don't have cash. We have lots of debtors. Then all the analysis become wrong. To find out the exact position of the cash, here we use the absolute liquidity ratio. We use the absolute liquidity ratio because current assets having lots of things which are not transformed properly into cash very quickly. Therefore, we include only cash in hand, cash at bank, marketable securities और temporary investment. Marketable security वो temporary investment, वो securities जो मार्केट में easily sell out हो जाए at the time of need. When we need, we can easily transform. We can sell it easily in the market. We don't need to panic about that. हमने कोई इन्वेस्टिंग कर रखा है, एक महीने के लिए, 2 महीने के लिए हमने किसी बॉन्ड में पैसा लगा रखा है, कोई एफडी करा रखा है, ये जानते हुए कि 1-2 महीने बाद हमें पैसे की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी, कंपनी को सैलरी देनी है और एक्स्ट्रा पैसे को हमने 2 महीने के लिए रखा हुआ है टेम्पररी मार्केट सिक्योरिटी के लिए. सो वी नीड दैट फंड एंड वी नो दैट कि आफ्टर 1 मंथ वी नीड, तो हमने टेम्पररी लगा दिया कहीं पे, हमने टेम्पररी ट्रेजरी बिल ले लिया हमने मार्केट से शॉर्ट रन पे और उस पर पैसा लगा दिया क्योंकि पता है 3 महीने बाद पैसे की जरूरत पड़ेगी, सैलरी देनी है, बोनस देना है, जो भी है, एरियर्स देने हैं तो फैक्ट्री को, क्योंकि अवर वर्कर्स आवर एसेट, वी हैव टू फुलफिल देयर एक्सपेक्टेशंस सो दे कैन वर्क फॉर अस. अगर ये सब दिमाग में आपके हैं, हमारे बिजनेस में हैं, सो वी मैनेज द कैश एंड यू यूज द लिक्विडिटी पोजीशन टू फाइंड आउट द exact cash position of the company, and here the optimum is 1:2 or current asset divided by current liability is position is 1:0.5. आधा होना चाहिए, आधा, यानी कि करंट एसेट आपके करंट लायबिलिटी कम से कम आधा होना चाहिए. करंट एसेट्स करंट लायबिलिटी से आपका आधा होना चाहिए. अगर 1 लाख आपका करंट लायबिलिटी है तो 50,000 करंट एसेट आपका अगर कैश इन हैंड वगैरह है तो इट विल बी अ गुड पोजीशन. सो सॉल्यूशन, here we can use this one, हम ये लेंगे और ये लेंगे, बस 3 चीज़ें लेंगे। टोटल इज 60,000, कितना हुआ 60,000। नाउ हमारे पास लायबिलिटी कितनी है 25, 20 एंड 30 इज अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 75,000। So absolute liquidity is 60,000 divided by 75,000. 60 divided by 75, 5 से करेंगे तो 12, 5 से 15, 3 से करेंगे 9, 3 14, it's 0.8, it's 0.8, 1:0.8, ये point is to 0.8:1। हमें चाहिए कितना था 0.5:1 और 1:2 चाहिए था, और ये हमारा 0.8:1 है। Hence it's also good position, it's also a very good situation of the company, that company है maintaining the cash or very near to cash, जिसमें जब मार्केट सिक्योरिटी बोलते हैं वो वेरी नियर टू कैश है, जो आप सोच के चलते हैं कि हमें 1-1.5 महीने बाद उसे निकालना है और उसके मैच्योरिटी पीरियड उतना होना चाहिए। So with this absolute ratio we are going to find out all these things of ratio analysis, and this is the end of my video, and I hope you understand all 3 liquidity ratios. Okay, thank you very much for watching.